Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Uh, Today we will discuss the skeletal muscle relaxants. There are three types of skeletal muscle relaxants: neuromuscular blockers, spasmolytics, and antispasmodics. But in our today discussion, we will limit our explanation to the neuromuscular blockers only. First of all, what are neuromuscular blockers? The term is self-explanatory. The drugs which can interfere with the transmission at the neuromuscular end plate. बेटा हमारे पास एक somatic nerve होती है which is the voluntary nerve. This nerve it supplies the skeletal muscle in our body. This is one single long fiber, and when this fiber ends, it synapses with the muscle at the level of neuromuscular end plate. This fiber it secretes acetylcholine, and that acetylcholine it binds with the NM receptors present on the neuromuscular end plate, and then the neurohumeral transmission continues, and there is contraction of the skeletal muscle. How can we block this transmission? The drugs which are used to block the transmission in the skeletal muscles, they are called neuromuscular blockers. अब बेटा neuromuscular blockers की दो types होती हैं, depolarizing and non-depolarizing. Forget about this confusion. What's the difference? Just आप इसको देख लें कि classification होती क्या है. Simple is that. Depolarizing में हमारे पास सिर्फ दो एजेंट होते हैं, succinylcholine, it is also known as succinylcholine, and diacetylcholine. तो ये बेटा एक ही एजेंट है, ये एक ही एजेंट के तीन नाम हैं, succinylcholine, succinylcholine and diacetylcholine. It is called diacetylcholine because when we combine two molecules of acetylcholine together, then we get one molecule which is called as succinylcholine. So only one agent in the category of depolarizing neuromuscular blockers. अब हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं कि what's the difference between depolarizing and non-depolarizing neuromuscular blockers. Please follow my pointer. This orange oval shaped structure, it is the axon terminal of the somatic nerve, and as you can see inside this axon terminal, acetylcholine is being synthesized, and when the somatic nerve it is depolarized or it is activated, then there is release of acetylcholine from this axon terminal. अब बेटा ये acetylcholine यहाँ पे आ गई, ठीक है. अब इस acetylcholine के दो काम होते हैं. पहला काम ये होता है कि ये acetylcholine पोस्ट सिनेप्टिकली एनएम रिसेप्टर्स पे जाके बाइंड करती है, और जब बाइंड करती है तो सोडियम चैनल ओपन होता है एंड सोडियम मूव्स इनटू द सेल. दिस इज द प्राइमरी फंक्शन ऑफ acetylcholine. And when this job has been completed, the second thing which happens is that this acetylcholine it is metabolized or destructed with the help of specialized enzyme which is called as acetylcholinesterase, as you can see over here. So this is simple illustration कि सोमैटिक नर्व एक्टिवेट हुई, acetylcholine रिलीज हुआ साइनेप्स में, उसने रिसेप्टर्स पे जाके बाइंड किया, रिसेप्टर एक्टिवेशन से सोडियम चैनल ओपन हो गए और आगे ट्रांसमिशन ट्रांसफर हो गई. इसको हम बेटा फर्दर एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. This diagram it will summarize our whole discussion regarding depolarizing and non-depolarizing blockers. As you can see in the left side, this is the NM receptor, nicotinic muscle type receptor, and these are the receptor sites with which the agonist or the acetylcholine or any blockers they bind. These are receptor sites. As you can see, this channel it is in its closed state. This oval shape yellow structure it is closed in the channel. But when acetylcholine it comes and it binds with the receptor sites on the NM receptor, then there is activation of the receptor, and due to activation, there is opening of the sodium channel. As you can appreciate that now this channel is open and sodium is moving into the cell. This is the simple mechanism of acetylcholine. अगर बेटा हम simply इन receptors को block कर दें by giving some drug like atracurium, tubocurarine, rucuronium, pancuronium, mivacurium, these are the categories of drugs which are included in the same family. बेटा जब भी हम drugs देते हैं, then these drugs they simply block the NM receptor. This one they block the receptor site on the NM receptor. जब बेटा ये receptor block हो जाता है, now this acetylcholine it cannot bind with the receptor and channel it remains in the closed state. Please look at this diagram. As you can appreciate, this yellow color circle it is depicting the antagonist. Now this drug it comes and binds with the receptor site on the NM receptor, and it prevents the binding of acetylcholine with this receptor site. acetylcholine is there, but it cannot bind with the receptor site of NM receptor. So the channel, it remains closed, and the skeletal muscles, they cannot contract. These drugs, which are simply pharmacological antagonists of NM receptor, which are simply blocking the receptor, which are simply preventing the acetylcholine from binding with the receptor, these drugs, they are called as non-depolarizing blockers. Why they are called as non-depolarizing blocker? Because they simply bind with the receptor and they block the receptor. They block the binding of acetylcholine with the receptor. They do not cause any sort of depolarization. That's why they are called as non-depolarizing blockers. अब अगर हमने इस नॉन डिपोलाइजिंग ब्लॉकर के इफेक्ट को रिवर्स करना हो, तो उसको रिवर्स करने के लिए हम जो है एक सिंपल सा काम करते हैं. But before that, you should be able to appreciate that these non-depolarizing blockers, they are the competitive antagonists. इसका मतलब ये है कि एगोनिस्ट और एंटागोनिस्ट में से जिसकी कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा होगी, उसी का इफेक्ट जो है वो डोमिनेंट होगा. अगर यहाँ पे ब्लॉकर ज्यादा है इस साइनेप्स पे, तो ये ब्लॉकर यहाँ पे ज्यादा बाइंड करेगा और एसिटाइलकोलिन को बाइंड नहीं करने देगा. और अगर एसिटाइलकोलिन का लेवल किसी वजह से बढ़ जाए यहाँ पे, तो एसिटाइलकोलिन इस ब्लॉकर को डिस्प्लेस कर देगी फ्रॉम द binding site of the NM receptor, and acetylcholine will produce its effect in the form of opening of the sodium channel. How can we increase the concentration of acetylcholine in the synapse? We simply use acetylcholinesterase enzyme inhibitors. As you can appreciate, this one is the enzyme. This is the acetylcholinesterase enzyme. If we block this enzyme in the synapse, then this enzyme will no longer be able to destruct or metabolize the acetylcholine present at that synapse. Now the levels of acetylcholine, they will keep on rising, and once the required levels of acetylcholine has been achieved in the synapse, then this acetylcholine, it will compete with the blocker, and it will displace the drug from the NM receptor, and the neuromuscular blocking effect of that drug will be reversed. So we can say that non-depolarizing blockers, the effect of these drugs can be reversed by giving acetylcholinesterase inhibitor. For example, physostigmine is the preferred agent, neostigmine, pyridostigmine. All of these drugs, they are acetylcholinesterase inhibitors. We prefer physostigmine for the reversal. Adrofonium can also be used. So all of these drugs, they simply block the enzyme, and the levels of acetylcholine, they rise, and that acetylcholine, it displaces the non-depolarizing blocker from the receptor side. Simple as that. Now come toward another point. This diagram. In this case, we are discussing the depolarizing neuromuscular blockers. इसका मतलब ये है बेटा कि ये हैं तो neuromuscular blockers, but first they depolarize the receptor and they produce the effect just like the acetylcholine. The only drug available in this category is the succinylcholine. But a succinylcholine, it comes and it binds with the receptor site on the NM receptor located in the neuromuscular junction. When this succinylcholine, it binds with the receptor, then there is receptor activation, and there is initial depolarization of the membrane, and there is initial contraction of the muscle. So that's why they are called depolarizing blockers, that they first depolarize the membrane and produce the contraction of skeletal muscles, and finally they cause the block of the skeletal muscle. अब इसको मैं explain करता हूँ detail में. There are two phases of neuromuscular block due to depolarizing neuromuscular blockers. But first of all, succinylcholine, it comes and binds with the receptor site on the NM receptor. Receptors, they are activated, and the channel, it opens, and sodium, it moves into the cell. जब सोडियम अंदर जाती है बेटा, तो डीपोलाइजेशन होती है, और सारा काम वैसे ही होता है जैसे एक नॉर्मल फिजियोलॉजिकल वे में चलता है कि मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करता है. बट अब succinylcholine, it cannot be metabolized in this synapse, so it keeps on binding with the receptors for the prolonged period of time. So persistent and continuous activation of the receptor, it does not allows the receptor to go into the state of repolarization. आपको पता है कि नर्व एक्शन पोटेंशियल या मेम्ब्रेन एक्शन पोटेंशियल की दो ही फीचर होते हैं कि फर्स्ट देयर इज depolarization, which is followed by the repolarization. But in this case, due to consistent and prolonged activation of the receptor, there is only and only depolarization. So the receptor, it goes into the state of permanent depolarization, और जब तक depolarization के बाद repolarization नहीं होगी, तब तक जो है ये चैनल जो है सही काम नहीं करेगा. So this is called as the phase 1 block, during which the receptor enters into the constant phase of depolarization, and there will be initial muscle contraction. इसके फौरन बाद क्या होता है? Ultimately after some time the receptor it goes into the state of repolarization. Depolarization से receptor automatically चला जाता है into the repolarized state. अब ideally तो ये होना चाहिए कि अब जो जैसी receptor repolarized state में गया है, then there should be rapid activation of receptor once again, because cycle has been completed कि depolarization से receptor repolarized हो गया, but unfortunately ऐसा होता नहीं है. Receptor, rather than behaving normal, this receptor it goes into the state of desensitization. It does not respond to the succinylcholine. आप जितना मर्जी succinylcholine दे दें, ये respond नहीं करता. जब ये respond नहीं करता तो receptor आप ऐसे समझ लें कि receptor blocked है, because it is not responding to the agonist. है ये agonist drug succinylcholine, और शुरू में ये जो एक्शन प्रोड्यूस करती है वो होता भी agonist like ही है, that there is activation of receptor and there is contraction of skeletal muscle. But ultimately phase 1 के अंदर it goes into the persistent phase of depolarization, and in next phase this depolarization it is followed by the repolarization, but this repolarization it causes the receptor to go into the state of desensitization. Once this state of desensitization is achieved, then the receptor is totally unresponsive to the native acetylcholine in the synapse, and it is also unresponsive to the succinylcholine which we have given pharmacologically. So receptor is in the phase of desensitization. So we say that receptor now it has achieved the state of block. तो ये है बेटा नॉन डीपोलाराइजिंग ब्लॉकर, जिसके अंदर हम ड्रग देते हैं, वो सिंपली जाके रिसेप्टर को ब्लॉक कर देती है और एसिटाइलकोलिन को बाइंड नहीं करने देती. इस स्टेट के अंदर डीपोलाराइजेशन ब्लॉक के अंदर या डीपोलाराइजिंग ब्लॉकर्स की स्टेट के अंदर these drugs they initially bind with the receptor as an agonist. They cause activation of the receptor which is followed by the contraction of the muscles and into the paralysis of the muscle. Ultimately neuromuscular block हो जाता है, paralysis हो जाता है in the phase 2, जिसमें रिपोलराइजेशन होती है और उसके बाद रिसेप्टर डिसेंसिटाइज हो जाता है. हाउ कैन वी रिवर्स द इफेक्ट ऑफ डीपोलराइज्ड न्यूरोमस्कुलर ब्लॉकर्स? वी कैन नॉट रिवर्स द इफेक्ट. व्हाई? बिकॉज टाइम इज द ट्रू रिवर्सल. आपने सिर्फ टाइम देना है, आपने वेट करना है. आप अगर इस फेज में या इस पॉइंट पे आप फाइजोस्टिगमिन दे देते हैं, व्हिच ब्लॉक्स द एसिटाइलकोलिनेस्टेरेज एंजाइम, तो फाइजोस्टिगमिन विल इंक्रीज द लेवल ऑफ एसिटाइलकोलिन, बट उसका हमें कोई फायदा नहीं है एसिटाइलकोलिन का, क्योंकि रिसेप्टर पहले ही कंटिन्यूअस एक्टिवेशन की वजह से डिसेंसिटाइज हुए हैं. तो एसिटाइलकोलिन बढ़ाने से वो अगर एसिटाइलकोलिन सक्सिनाइलकोलिन को डिस्प्लेस कर भी दे रिसेप्टर साइड से, तो वो एसिटाइलकोलिन भी वही काम करेगी जो सक्सिनाइलकोलिन कर रहा था. तो there is no treatment, or there is no antidote, there is no way we can reverse the reverse the effect of depolarizing neuromuscular blockers. We just have to wait. Depolarizing relaxant drug, phase 1 block, phase 2 block. You can read the slide. Depolarizing block, phase 1 block. You can again read the slide. Phase 2 block. Phase 2 block is called as desensitizing block because the receptor it has desensitized. And this phase 2 block it is also called as non-depolarizing block. Why? Because now the receptor it is in the state of non-depolarization. Desensitized हो गया तो ये depolarize नहीं हो सकता. So phase 2 block is also called as non-depolarizing block. But this non-depolarizing block should be differentiated from the non-depolarizing blockers. वो जो काम कर रहे हैं वो receptor को खाली block कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. ये क्या करते हैं? Depolarizing blockers इनिशियली वो depolarize करते हैं, उसके बाद repolarization होती है और उसके बाद जो receptor है वो depolarize नहीं हो सकता, इसलिए कहते हैं कि non-depolarizing phase कह सकते हैं आप. Reversal आप देख सकते हैं, नॉन depolarizing can be reversed. Adrenophonium neostigmine. Depolarizing time is the only true reversal of succinylcholine. You just have to maintain the airway and breathing, and neostigmine can be given. If neostigmine is given, it will not reverse the effects of the depolarizing blockers. Thank you so much.